So let's start. Come and sit, come and get comfortable, find a cross-legged position. We're just going to meditate and breathe for a few minutes. So just feel that you can be comfortable and bring your hands onto your knees, turn your palms up and start to find your breath and really deep breaths today. So today's practice is really focusing on soothing and balancing out the nervous system because we've all had a difficult week again. And I want today's class to really feel for you like it's an opportunity to let all of that go. So begin with the breath, a long, slow, deep breath in. And a long, slow, deep breath out. And as you do that, just feel like everything's sort of draining. Just feel like literally from the crown of the head, just feel it like almost like treacle or honey running down your body, just soothing everything out like a nice warm glow, a warm blanket, just a really cozy feeling of well-being moving down your body with each exhalation. Be really aware of your body and just give yourself this opportunity to really check into how you've been feeling and how you're feeling now. Where are you at with everything? How is it feeling mentally, emotionally, physically? Don't rush to overthink how you're feeling. Don't feel like it's a task or a chore to check in with yourself. Just begin to notice gently, step by step, how you feel. It's a big part of yoga to practice self-discovery or self-exploration, and it's really about noticing yourself. It's really about becoming more aware and tuned in to how you are on all the levels. So as we sit and begin our practice, we're noticing mostly the physical because that's normally the most obvious one. Is there tension in the body? Do areas of the body need to relax out? Have we contracted? Have we tightened up? Sometimes we get so tense that we literally hold ourselves as if we're, contracting everything in, as if the muscles are really, really tight. And now's an opportunity to notice if you're doing that in any areas of your body, perhaps the joints or the sit bones, the jaw, the forehead. They're the obvious places, but it could be anywhere that you're holding yourself tightly. So feel that this is an opportunity to explore your physical self. Keep breathing deep and then maybe take a moment just to check in with your heart. How is your heart feeling? A lot of people feeling it a lot in their heart the last week, knowing that they're going to have to miss people again, particularly family, children, parents, particularly if there's been a new birth in the family recently, or there were visits planned to see family, perhaps in other countries or in other parts of this country. So just notice your heart and honor how you feel. Allow it to be there. And give yourself permission and feel that you have every right to feel a lot in your heart at the moment if any of those issues have affected you. And then start to become aware of your mind. What sort of thoughts have you been having? What thoughts are you having right now? Is the mind a bit of a muddle? Is there confusion, worry, stress, fear? And just noticing that there is a connection between all three of those areas of noticing, discovering and exploring the body, the heart and the mind. They all connect in. We can't separate them. We try, but we can't. And it's really important to notice that the thoughts that you're having can produce a lot of feeling in the body and vice versa. So if the body's in pain, in the heart or another area, or the body's very tight, it's going to send signals to the mind that things are not okay. And then the mind will start racing, and the mind will then send a signal back to the body. Things are definitely not okay. And it can escalate into really feeling very uncomfortable and stressed in our bodies. So the antidote, the way through, is to breathe. Just breathe deep and try to relax. Just try to let go and soften. That's often the only active solution. If we're looking for a solution to feeling uncomfortable, it's to breathe and it's to relax a little bit into it and to see where that takes us. So let your breath really deepen now. And if you want to, exhale out through the mouth. A long, slow, deep breath in. And then exhale out through the mouth. And one more long, slow, deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Wonderful. And then bring the hands together at the heart. And now just take another little check-in with your posture. Perhaps move slightly, have a wiggle on the sit bones, lift a little taller through the spine, roll the shoulders back and down. Just have another check-in. And then we'll take a couple of ohms. We'll do 3 ohms, okay? So just, you're at home, so you can give it all it's got, if you like, with your om. So take a deep inhale. One more when you're ready. Deep breath in. And then I just want you to move down onto your mats, just opening your eyes just a little, just enough to see your way down onto your mat into Supta Baddha Konasana. So we're bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees drop out, and then rolling down onto the back, and bring the hands onto the belly and continue that journey of self-discovery and exploration through the breath. So stay with those long, slow, deep breaths in and out. And once you're down there, just adjust a little bit. You could maybe lift the pelvis slightly to roll out the lower back, tuck the chin slightly in, roll the shoulders down. Just feel that you're really lengthening through the spine. And feel that you can let go a little bit more deeply now. So now that we're on the back, now that we're in this very restorative position, we can let go a little bit more deeply. Keep scanning through your body, noticing if there are any areas that are being quite stubborn about letting go. That's pretty common as well. We can feel really stubborn, like the body does not want to let it go. Sometimes the body gets so comfortable being tight that it feels unnatural and strange for it to be relaxed. So we have to almost decondition and work to really change the body's tension. But it's certainly easier to train the body in a new way than it is the mind. The mind can take a lifetime to change the patterns. So we can scan the body, we can relax, we can really feel it, can't we? We can feel those areas. And we know as yogis that it's the exhale that's going to help us to let go deeper and deeper. So try and keep your thoughts light if possible. Try to keep them positive if possible. And if it's impossible to keep the thoughts away from stress and worry this evening, then just focus on your breath. Feel that every breath is conscious. You're aware of it. It's a mindful breath. Wonderful. And from there, we're going to bring the knees together. And keep the knees together and take the feet slightly out to the sides of the mat. And now take the arms out and just have the hands a little bit away from the sides, palms are up. And you might want to adjust again, have a little wriggle through the spine. So feet are wide, knees have dropped in now. And we're just going to hold this sort of reversing pose, counter pose. Staying with the breath. I really want you to feel this evening that before we begin to move and flow, you're really centered. You're as centered as you possibly can be. Good. And then from there, we're going to hug the knees into the chest, wrap the hands around the knees and squeeze them in tight and have a little rock side to side. And then maybe lift the nose up so you're tucking into your knees and hold it here. And then we're going to leave the knees where they are, lower the head back down, and then take the hands, rather than going out to the sides, just bend them back a little bit so the fingers are pointing back behind you, the elbows are out to the sides, but the whole of the arm and the shoulder blades are sinking into the floor. From there, take a deep inhale, and then exhale, drop it over to the right side, and turn the head to the left, and just feel that stretch down through the side body. And it's when we come to these first gentle, but sometimes a twist is really strong, particularly if we have been really tense. You might really feel that down the side of the back here, down the back of the ribs, through the waist. And then we're going to inhale to come to center and exhale over to the left. Turn the head to the right. Again, you might really feel that. It's got colder the last couple of days as well, hasn't it? So that change in temperature can create contraction in the body that we haven't been used to, because we haven't really had cold weather the way that we suddenly have the last couple of days, scraping ice off the car. So we're going to inhale, come to center again, and drop over to the right side. Now this time, I want you to take your bottom foot, so that's the right foot, and place it onto the left knee. So I'll do it again. You're taking the bottom foot here, the right foot, you're placing it on top of your left knee, still turning the head to look to the left. And what that's doing is it's just drawing that left knee down towards the floor a little bit more. So we're just putting that heaviness there, that pressure there. And hopefully you'll feel a stretch that's coming all the way from your left armpit, right down the left side of the body into that left knee. If this feels uncomfortable or awkward, just leave it. Just take a regular twist. Have the right foot under the left like you normally would. And then we're going to leave the arms where they are. Release that right foot if you haven't already. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the left, turn the head to the right. And then we're going to hook that left foot onto the right knee. So it's the same idea here. And again, if it feels awkward or uncomfortable, if it just feels like it's quite, you're holding it awkwardly, your knees are in the air, then just leave it. Just don't do that. But if you're okay, then you should hopefully feel a really good stretch all the way down the right side now, from the right armpit through the right hip, down into that right knee. And you can use that left foot to maybe put a little bit of pressure on there if it feels okay too. And then we're going to release that foot. Inhale, come to center. Take one hand onto each kneecap. And let's just circle those knees out then. So another opportunity to feel your way into your hips now. Staying with those deep breaths. If you want to, keep sighing out through the mouth. If that helps you feel like you're really releasing, start to rotate the knees the other way. And we're then going to bring the feet down to the floor and take the left ankle onto the right knee. Lift the right foot up off the floor. You're going to take the left hand through the hole between the legs, grab behind the right thigh, and then take the right leg straight up to the ceiling. Draw the toes down, push the heel up, and feel like you're really waking up the back of the legs. Sink down into the sit bones to begin, so the whole of the spine still down onto the floor. And maybe have a few rotations out with that right foot, because that will really activate, sort of get the electrics going in that right leg. You might feel all sorts of twinges and releasing. I did a huge 2-hour walk on the beach today. And you know, when you walk on the stones, my feet are absolutely killing me because it's really hard work, isn't it? I think you walk twice as far because you sink every time you take a step. It was beautiful though. We're going to lift the head up. We're going to inhale, lift the nose up towards that right knee. And then if you wanted to, you could release your hands and take them up around the right calf. That's optional. You don't have to do it. If you do it, then really draw the core in, keep the belly nice and strong so that you don't wobble around too much. Some of you might find you can take hold of your foot. This doesn't really matter, but that's going to feel like an even stronger stretch for the back of the leg. Deep breaths. And then we'll release that down, hug the knees in, and just do a couple of little rotations through both knees on each side. And then the left foot's going to go down to the floor. The right ankle will sit on the left knee. We're going to lift the left foot slightly up. The right hand's now going to go through the hole behind the left thigh. And then we'll inhale to lift the left leg up. So for now, just leave the spine down. Let the sit bones sink, let the lumbar sink. Draw the toes down, push the heel up. Feel a really good stretch through the back of the left leg. And then start to rotate that left foot. And you could close your eyes here and just really feel it. Again, we're trying to explore and discover the body and the self. So if you want to close your eyes to really help you to feel the sensation and the experience in that foot, in the ankle, in the calf, in the shin, it's going to feel good. So draw the toes down. And if you want to, inhale, lift up, nose towards the knee. The pelvis can lift a little bit here now as well. You've just lifted the tailbone up. You could then release the hands and take them up around the calf. Keep drawing the toes down. Draw the belly in to help you hold it nice and strong. And if you wanted to, you could take hold of the foot. That'll just increase the whole stretch. And you have to feel pretty stable to do that, or you're going to end up collapsing over into a heap. It's easily done. And so we're going to let that go. Release it all. Let the head drop back down. Hug the knees in. And once again, another little roll out through the knees and back the other way. And then let's take one more twist just to release out those hips again. So take the arms wide this time and drop the knees and ankles over to the right. Turn the head to the left. Feel like you're extending that left knee away from you, keeping the left shoulder blade firmly down. And then we'll inhale, come to center. Exhale, over to the left, turn the head to the right, and extend that right knee away from you. So you're really lengthening out the whole of the right side. We're then going to inhale, come to center. Take the hands behind the thighs. I'm going to try not to end up on top of my cat, who I forgot was right there. She's very happy. We'll have to see if we can do yoga around her. So we're going to inhale back and forth, and then come all the way up, back to sit, cross-legged. Wonderful. Coming up to sit, bring the hands together at the heart, and inhale, lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers, push the palms up towards the ceiling, and have a really, really good stretch. Take an inhale, look straight ahead, and exhale, tip over to the right side, feeling that stretching up through the left. Inhale, center, exhale, over to the left side, stretching out the right. So we're just really working with the nervous system this evening. Inhale, which involves a lot of stretching through the side body. You could do that again each side if you wanted to. It's getting into all of those parts. We're going to stretch out every part of the body tonight, release it all. We're going to inhale, release the hands, and then we'll twist. Exhale, twist to the right side. So right hand's going behind, left hand onto the knee to look over that right shoulder. And feel that stretch right there under your ribs as well as in your spine. Drop your shoulders down a little bit. Brilliant. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale around to the left. Again, feel that right there under the ribs as well as in your spine. Drop the shoulders down, chins level to the floor. Inhale, come to center. And then we're going to exhale forwards into a little fold. So come forward, just bring the hands down to just where they naturally come to, and feel yourself really sinking down through the tailbone, so the base of the spine is pushing back. And then inhale to look up a little way and draw the belly in, and exhale, creeping forwards more and more into a fold. Forehead comes down towards the floor. And then we're going to walk the hands all the way back up and come round onto all fours. Oh, you are happy there, aren't you? I don't know how I'm going to quite work around you. We'll have to see. So we're into all fours. We're going to have the wrists below the shoulders and the knees below the hips. And then we're going to inhale, take a little cat-cow. So we'll inhale, take the tailbone high, look up, shoulders draw down, and exhale the other way. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, tucking under. One more of those. Inhale, look up. And exhale. So let's tuck the toes under. We're going to go back into a puppy dog. So it's not a full down dog. We've got the knees bent. So we're going to go all the way back. But the knees are bending. So it's really a stretch through the back of the body. The belly's sinking onto the thighs. You're looking back between your toes or your ankles and squeeze the underarms together. Rather than squeezing the shoulder blades together, squeeze the underarms together. You're then going to propel yourself forwards on an inhale into a plank. And this is where I literally land on the cat. Exhale down into chaturanga. And then we're going to push into the hand. And just inhale to a baby cobra. Inhale into a baby cobra and hold it to exhale. And then inhale, push a little bit higher. And exhale, go back into a child's pose. So we're going to sink all the way back and bring the forehead down. Take the knees a little bit wider. Down into a child's pose. And just sink down, let the forehead come down to the mat. Ah, nice deep breaths. We're then going to inhale, come back up to all fours, bring the knees a little bit closer in together, and take your right foot out to the side. So the toes are pointing forward, so your foot is flexed. And then just walk the wrists slightly back so that you're sure your wrists are below your shoulders. And push down into your right hand and just lift your left arm up and look to your left thumb. And hold it there a moment. And this is quite a strong stretch. You're going to feel that really strongly in the right inner thigh. So just go as high as you can. And then we're going to do a thread the needle. We're going to exhale. We're going to take this left hand. It's going to go behind the right forearm. And then we're going to come down and bring the side of the head down to the floor. So we've gone down into a little thread the needle pose. So the left arm threaded behind the right forearm. And we're looking to the left thumb. The right hand can stay where it is and the elbow can just sink down into the floor, or you can inhale to lift your right arm up, but don't look up to it, just lift the arm up. It can stay there, or you're going to lower it down into the lower back or into the top of the thigh. And we're just going to hold it there. Just breathing into this nice soothing pose. Just let every part of the body that's connected to earth, just let it sink down into the earth. The foot, the knee, the shoulder, the back of the hand, the side of the head. And then, excuse me, inhale, lift your right arm up again. Exhale, bring it down. Plant it down firmly on the floor. As you inhale, come all the way up and lift that left arm back up to the side. And then exhale, bring it down. You're then going to walk back, so you're coming upright. So we're going to go into a gate pose. We're going to make sure this knee is below the hip, not like this. We don't want to end up with a split here. We're then going to turn that right foot out so it's at the end, it's facing away, so the knee is in line. We'll inhale, lift the arms up, look straight ahead. And we're going to stretch out that side body again with an exhale over to the right. So the right hand comes onto the knee or the shin, the palm is up. And we're stretching through the left side. So that should feel really nice through that left side body. And we need to be pretty strong here in the core to hold this. Some of you might feel you can go much further. Just see, because I know some of you did this class with me the other day. So you might know you can just go a little bit further down, maybe another inch or so. And then we'll inhale to lift the arm up. And exhale, bring the left hand down to the floor. So the wrist is below the shoulder. Now this right hip is now going to turn back in, and those right toes are going to turn back in. So we're flexing that foot, that right foot. And then drawing the belly in and feeling like we're sandwiched now between two panes of glass. So everything's been squashed in. Look up to your right thumb and lift your right leg. And hold it for 2, push into the heel for 3, deep breath, strong core for 4, and 5. We're then going to lower that leg and bring ourselves all the way back round into all fours. From all fours, we'll inhale, take the tailbone high, look up, and then exhale, tuck under. Stretching out the back, inhale. And exhale. We'll tuck the toes under and go back into that little puppy dog pose. We're going right back. Even a little, you can have a little bounce here if you wanted to. And then an inhale to come forwards to plank. We're going to hold plank now for 2. Push into the heels, draw the belly in for 3, 4, and 5. Take a deep breath in. Lower the knees if you need, or exhale straight down to the mat. And inhale again, come to that baby cobra. But this time, lift the hands. So the elbows are in, the shoulders are down, the hands are lifted. And feel yourself sinking down into your belly, into your hip bones, into your thighs, into the tops of the feet. And without pushing the hands down, as you inhale, just see if you can come up a little bit higher, being aware of your spine and what you can manage. See if you can lift a little bit higher. It won't be a lot, but maybe like half an inch or so. Take another deep breath in and then lower the hands down and exhale it all the way back into a child's pose. Bring the forehead down. Deep breath in and a long exhale out. We're then going to inhale, come back up to center, bring the knees a little bit closer together and take the left foot out to the side. So the first time the toes are in, you haven't got your foot out long, your toes are in. Now walk the wrist back just a little bit, just to be sure, because we often do have them a little bit too far ahead. We're going to lift the right hand as you inhale, lifting up, look to your right thumb, hold it there, push down into that right foot. So looking up to your left thumb, we're going to take a deep breath in and then exhale. The right hand's coming behind the left forearm all the way through. Palm is up. Bring the side of the head down. So your right hand went through, left hand is on the floor. Look into your right thumb. And then the left hand, the elbow can just sink and you can just hold it quite relaxed here. Or you're going to inhale, lift that left arm up to the ceiling, but don't look to it. And then exhale, take the left hand down into your lower back, all round into the top of the thigh. So that's just going to roll that shoulder back a little bit more and make this twist a little bit more deep. You could close your eyes here. And just feel that those parts of the body that are connected with the mat or the floor are really heavy and really sinking down. We're really releasing it all. What's the aim of this evening's practice is to just let it all go into earth. So find those nice, deep, soothing breaths. Sighs if that feels good. And then we'll inhale to lift that left arm up again. Exhale, bring it down. And then push into it to inhale, lift your right arm all the way up again. And exhale, bring it down. Back into down onto the mat. We're then going to walk the hands back up. I'll turn around again. So we're walking back up into the gate pose. And again, you want to make sure you're square here. So you want to make sure that right knee's below the hip. Turn the left foot out so it's now long rather than tucked in. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale over into your gate pose, over to the left. So the palm is up. And what we want to do here is feel that the core is doing the main part of the work here. So this is really solid. We're stretching through the side. This arm and hand is there as a balancer, but we're not taking too much weight in it. So feel that you're transferring the weight from the arm and bringing it into your belly. Turn the head, look up. Maybe some of you will go a little bit further down, but keep that feeling of being sandwiched between two panes of glass as you go. So you're not sinking forwards, not lowering the head or the chest down. So we're just rebooting the whole of the right side here. And then we're going to inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, take your right hand down. So it's below the wrist, left arm stays up, and the left hip now rotates in, and that left foot rotates in. So toes are facing me. We're then going to inhale to lift that left leg up, push into the heel, look to the left thumb, roll the shoulders back and down, and hold for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lowering it down, bringing your hands down and finding your all fours position once again. And we'll take another inhale, look up. Exhale, tuck under. Inhale, look up, tuck the toes. Exhale, little puppy dog. Inhale, forwards to plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. And your baby cobra again, elbows in, shoulders down, lift the hands. Now take the arms out wider. Keep the elbows bent if you like. And then we're going to lift the feet. And we're going to see if we can go a little bit higher to hold for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the hands down. Bring the feet down. Keep the chest lifted and push to inhale into a really full, deep Bhujangasana now. Spine's nice and warm, so we can go a little bit higher. And then tuck the toes under. Exhale back into a really deep down facing dog. Wonderful. So maybe bend the left knee, push into the right heel, and then do that again on the other side. So just move that side to side. And then see how you get on with this one. We're going to take the weight into the right hand, lift the left, take the left hand, start by holding the outside of the right thigh, but then see if you can take that hand down the leg. The further down you go, the stronger it's going to get. So some of you might reach the ankle, don't worry too much. Draw the belly in and look under your right arm. Just going to hold here a couple of breaths. If it's too strong, release it. Bring the left hand back to the floor at the front of the mat if it's too much. Another full body, deep stretch, really taking that tailbone a little bit higher, sinking the heels a little bit lower, bring the left hand back to the floor. Right hand's going to come over, take the weight into the left. Right hand, just start at the thigh, see how that feels, and then maybe slide the hand down the leg, see how far you can go, look under the left armpit. Bend the knees a little bit if you need, but if you can, really activate the back of the legs, lumbar, tailbone higher. Draw the belly in. Good. Just really feeling the whole body. And then bring the hands back to center. Take an inhale and lower back down to your knees. We're going to take the right foot out behind you. So take the right foot back down behind and drop the toes into the floor. You're then going to walk that right foot over to your left and turn the head to look to your right toes. Bring the right shoulder up towards your ear. Draw the left shoulder away. So you're holding a really good stretch. Another deep, deep side stretch. You're then going to inhale, bring that right knee all the way in to the outside of the right elbow. And then exhale, sink it all the way back. Looking back to it. Inhale, bring it through. Looking between your thumbs as you bring it through. Exhale, sink it back. Inhale, bring it all the way around and then plant it down on the outside of the right foot. So it's gone to the outside. So you're in a little low lunge. Come up onto your fingertips and just sink a bit lower here. Maybe a little bounce. Look straight ahead. Good. And then take the left hand down to the floor. Bring the right hand onto your knee. Start to rotate. And then slide your right hand down and push your thumb into your hip crease. So you're pushing that thumb in. Rest of the hand is grasping the outside of the hip and push down. So really sink that hip down. Use that thumb there to sink down as you reach round and look up. Sink into your right heel. And then inhale, lift the right arm up. And then exhale, bring the right hand down as you walk the right foot in slightly. So the right foot's now in just below the knee and the hand is on the outside of the right foot. Tuck the left toe under. We're going to go back to a three-legged dog if you can. If you can't, just take a regular down dog. So lift the left knee, inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, come forwards into a plank and lower. Inhale to a full cobra pose. Tuck the toes, exhale, down facing dog. Sink back onto the knees and step the left foot back behind you. Toes down into the mat and then step the left foot all the way over to the right and look to your left big toe and squeeze the left shoulder up in towards your ear. Squeeze the right shoulder down so it's stretching through that left side. We're then going to slowly and steadily inhale, bring the gaze to the thumbs as you bring that left knee to the elbow, and then exhale, sink it all the way back. Inhale, bring it in, and exhale, take it back. This time, inhale, bring it in to the elbow and then drop it down to the outside of that left foot. Come up onto the fingertips, look straight up and have a little bit of a bounce here to feel like you're sinking nice and low. And then bring the right hand firm to the floor. Take the left hand onto the knee. Start to rotate. So you're looking to your left. Slide the left hand down and take the thumb again right into that hip crease and really squeeze it down. So you're trying to sink that left hip really low. Sink into your left heel. Roll your shoulders back and down. Open up the heart as you inhale, lift your left arm up. And then we're going to exhale to bring the left hand down to the outside of the left foot, walking that heel toe, that left foot in so it's back ankle below the knee. Hands flat to the floor. Tuck the right toe under, lift the right knee, three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg goes high. And exhale, forwards to plank if you can with the leg up. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, point the toes, inhale, cobra, and exhale back onto the knees and sink all the way back. Now make a pillow with the hands and just bring the forehead onto the pillow and just feel the head's really supported now as you relax down. And again, just feel every part of the body that's connected to the floor. So feel the tops of the feet, the shins, feel the elbows, the forearms, the hands, feel the forehead, everything that's connected to the solid earth. Just let it go deeper. And then we'll lift the head slightly, reach the hands out in front. Inhale, come to all fours, tuck the toes under, exhale, down dog. From there, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, take a step all the way to the front as you inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. From there, bend the knees a little and inhale, come all the way up. Bring the palms together. And exhale, hands come down to the heart. Wonderful. So pausing here, deep breaths. And come back into those 3 points of self-discovery, self-exploration. How is your body? How does it feel to be in your body now that you've started to move and stretch? What are you noticing? And it's not about trying to be perfect or only noticing things that are positive. It's just about being aware of everything, all of it, all in one big bundle, whether that's a bundle of mess or a bundle of fine today, doesn't matter. It's just about being aware of it. If it's a complete mess, that's absolutely fine. Just be aware of that. Notice what's happening in your heart now. Noticing what's happening in your mind. Just keep that constant, continuous awareness, an exploration of the self. That's what yoga is all about. That is the whole point of yoga. It's a journey of self-discovery. It means there's never a dull moment because you can constantly be watching yourself and what you're doing and what you're thinking and how you're feeling. So we'll blink the eyes open and we'll begin a little flow. So inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale down into a fold. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, step the left foot back and lower the heel. Stay, keep the right knee bent, and inhale, come up to warrior one. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Arms up in line with the ears. Watch that right knee stays above the ankle or heel. Push back into that left heel. Take an inhale to slightly look up. Lean back a little way. And then exhale, open it out into warrior two. And you might need to slightly adjust that back foot. Take the arms out wide and watch this right knee doesn't roll in. Lower the hands down behind your back and inhale, push the backs of the hands down as you look up. And then exhale, we're going to move into a humble warrior. So we're moving down to the inside of that right knee, looking just behind the right heel, or you could drop your head in and you're lifting the arms up as high as you can. So just feeling the body, stretching out. Deep breaths. We're then going to release the hands back down into the lower back and then release them down to the floor. So they're coming to the inside of the right foot. And just hang loose here for a moment. We'll then inhale to lift up a little way, come up onto the fingertips. And exhale, walk round to the long side of your mat. So both feet have come to the long side of the mat and we're moving down into a fold on an exhale. Walk the hands back in line with your feet. And then keeping the legs straight, inhale to look up. And exhale, start to walk over to your left leg. So you're bringing both hands, if you can, onto the foot, or if you can't quite reach, bring both hands onto the shin. And then wherever you are, inhale, lengthen, really lengthen through the upper body, draw the belly in, and then exhale, sink down into a fold. So you're bringing the nose down in towards your knee or your shin. Just try and keep an awareness of the legs. Try not to let the legs bend too much. They can a little, obviously, if it's too much for the hamstrings. But try just to keep an awareness of both legs, because obviously here we're focusing on the left, but keep that awareness of the right. Don't let that right foot sort of flop in. So it's a really deep side stretch happening here. We're then going to inhale, walk the hands slowly to center. Take a moment to pause there as you exhale. Then take another inhale and exhale, start to walk over to your right foot. Maybe you'll take hold of the foot. Maybe it'll be the shin or the calf. That's fine. Once you're there, inhale, really lengthen through the upper body. Push that left hip back a little bit. Push into that left foot. And then exhale down into a fold. Chin or nose in towards your shin. Taking the tailbone up higher. Keep the belly drawn in. Keep the breath smooth. We're then going to inhale, look up, and then just take your hands and swivel your right foot all the way back round. So you're framing it back at the front of the mat, hands either side of it. Lift the left heel. We're going to bring the hands flat down to the floor, and we're going to go to a plank on an inhale to hold a plank for the exhale. Hold another inhale. Just balancing out the spine. Then exhale, sink it down to chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high, and exhale, swing it through between the palms and lower the right heel down. And inhale, come up to warrior one again. So we're squaring the hips to the front of the mat, arms in line with the ears. Sink deep into that left knee. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, open it out to warrior two. Watch that left knee. Good. Relax your shoulders down. Just make sure your arms are level, so you don't want your back arm to be lower than your front one. Really relax those shoulders. Tuck the tailbone in a little bit. Draw the belly in a little bit. Take an inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down, interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, push the backs of the hands down, squeeze the shoulder blades as you look up, and then exhale, coming forwards into that humble warrior. So we're coming down to the inside of the left foot. We could be gazing to the left heel or tuck in. Lift the arms up just as high as you can. And make sure you've got the backs of the hands towards the ceiling, not the palms. Don't turn the palms away. I'm then going to lower the hands down into the lower back and then release them down to the floor. So they're coming to the inside of the left foot, and just hang loose here a moment on the inside of the left knee. And then we'll slowly inhale to come up onto the fingertips, straighten that left leg and come to the long side of the mat, turning the feet in. And then exhale down into a fold. Bring the hands back in line with your feet. Lower, lower, lower. Make sure you're not sinking too far back into the heels. Come forwards a little bit into the balls of the feet. Point the elbows back so they're moving back behind you. And then look up halfway on an inhale and bring the left hand into the center line. The hand can be flat on the floor or you could be on your fingertips. And you're then going to slowly inhale to lift your, we're going to lift the right arm. I'll go the other way. So it's like I'm mirroring you. We'll lift the right arm up. So the left hand is down, right arm is lifted. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down. Let the right hand replace the left and then lift the left arm up. Wonderful. So really feel that. Experience what's happening in your body, in your inner thigh, in your shoulders. And then slowly bring the hand down. Walk all the way back round to the front of your mat. So you're now framing that left foot. Lift your right heel. Hands flat to the floor. We're going to go back into a plank. And we're just going to hold it there just to really strengthen and neutralize the spines. We're going to hold it for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come all the way down. Point the toes, come into your baby cobra. Lift your hands. Take your arms out. You could keep your elbows bent or you could take the arms out wide. You're then going to lift the feet and hold for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the hands down, lower the feet. Inhale, elbows and shoulders down to cobra. Hold for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go back onto your knees. Some of you might want to go to down dog, but I'm going to suggest going back into balasana and bringing the hands again and breaking that little pillow, maybe turning the head to one side this time. Take the knees nice and wide and just feel like you're just soothing everything. Letting the breath take you deeper and deeper into feeling relaxed. And just feeling really at one and more connected with yourself now, more connected to your body. And then reach your hands back out, come up to all fours. And we're going to cross the legs to come and sit round in Dandasana. Okay, so sitting nice and tall, have a little wiggle through the sit bones. Bring the hands out to the sides, push into your fingertips, draw the toes back, close the eyes. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit more. Take the awareness back down into the heart. Perhaps it's the solar plexus. The heart and the solar plexus are quite similar in that when we feel a lot of emotion, we can feel it here in the solar plexus, just below the heart. So that could be where you need to focus on more. But the next pose, I want you to really focus on this heart space. So take the hands behind, fingers are forwards, squeeze the shoulder blades together and look up. Draw the toes down, draw the toes back, sorry. Push the heels away. And just feel that you're expanding out and releasing all the excess energy that's there in your solar plexus or in your heart. So Manipura and Anahata, those strong chakra energy centers where we can feel so much, particularly if we're feeling bruised, if we're feeling hurt, it's going to be there. So you could maybe let the head drop back if that's okay for your neck. And then we'll take another inhale and exhale, come back upright again. And inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, come forwards into Paschimottanasana. So you can hold your knees, your shins, your feet. And when you're at home doing a home practice, you could use a belt, you can use anything. You can use a scarf or a dressing gown cord or a belt, pair of tights, anything. If you want to just wrap around the feet, and then you can use that to sort of pull yourself forwards into the fold. And what's really important to think about here, particularly when we're working with the nervous system, is to try and keep the spine quite straight. So we're inhaling, really lift up, open up a little bit across the heart and chest here, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then exhale, sink forwards. Keep looking up. So you don't want to end up rounded like this. You want to keep it nice and upright. We'll then inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, bring the hands down. Bring your right foot into your left thigh and keep the left leg nice and long. Inhale, lift the arms up. And a nice deep exhale to come forwards into another fold. Same idea here as well with the spine. Open up across the collarbone into the shoulder blades, squeezing those together. And again, this is like reboot for the whole of the left side here. So really think that that's what's happening. Just allow yourself to just maybe push it a little bit further. And we're not thinking about that for the physical tonight. We're thinking about that for the energetic, sort of electrical system in the body that just needs a little bit of tweaking tonight, perhaps, if we've gone through a lot of stress. Because when we get into that fight or flight, when we get into that sort of emergency mode, there's a lot of fear and worry. The body needs a lot of support just to come out of that, and stretching it is just amazing. It is the antidote, just to release it all. So feel that's what's happening. So when I say push it, I don't mean push yourself physically. I just mean perhaps energetically. Just feel there's a sensation there that you could just go a little bit deeper into. Explore it, discover, see what happens. And then we'll inhale to lift the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands down and bring the left heel in with you. And take the left foot with both hands, lean back slightly, lift the foot up. And then we're just going to stretch it out just as far as we can. We're leaning back a little bit, but don't round, don't hunch, keep up, keep lifting up with the foot and with the chest. Take another inhale. And then exhale, bring that left foot down. So we're coming into a cross-legged pose. Take the hands behind, fingers facing forwards. Have a really nice arch here again. Feel that through the solar plexus, through the heart. Let the head drop back as far as you can. Opening up the throat as well. And then slowly, slowly bring the head back to center. Come upright again and extend your right leg out. Leave the left foot in. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, forwards into the fold. Chin towards the shin, gazes at the big toe. Keep pushing that back of the leg down. And again, just maybe close the eyes. Having a full body awareness. What's going on? What's happening? Where can you let go? Where can you encourage this sort of reset, reboot through the right side now? And then we'll inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale to bring the hands down. Bring that right heel back in with you a little bit. Take hold of it. Lean back slightly, lift the foot up. Keep lifting through the heart and chest. Extend that right leg. Doesn't have to straighten. Keep looking up to the big toe, squeezing shoulder blades, drawing belly in. And then lower that right foot down to cross-legged. Take the hands behind you and have another really deep, energetic release through the heart and solar plexus and also through the throat. And then slowly come back up to center. Good. So we'll take a little twist. So just stay cross-legged. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhaling, twist to the left. And inhale, center. Exhale, lower the hands down and come down onto your back. So come down onto the back and hug the knees into the chest. Give the knees a squeeze in, nice and tight. And just hold that there, hold Apanasana. Really releasing the lower back and the hips. Maybe some rocking side to side. And then bring the feet down to the floor, just in front of the sit bones. We're going to do a back bend. This is really nice for that whole nervous system that's contained within the spine. So really trying to keep the spine healthy, obviously really wonderful for the nervous system to work with the spine. So we're bringing the hands down by the sides. The knees and feet are staying hip width apart. We're going to push down into the feet, draw the belly slightly in, just push the tailbone down, push the lower back down, the lumbar down. And we're then going to inhale to gently come up, engaging the thighs, engaging the glute muscles a little bit, chin into chest, maybe wriggling the shoulder blades in slightly, perhaps interlacing the fingers under the back, if that feels okay. And come down if you need, but if you can, just stay another couple of breaths. And then release the hands back to the sides and lower down vertebra by vertebra. Hug the knees back into the chest, give them a squeeze. Maybe a rock side to side. And then come forwards on your mat a little bit if you haven't already. We're going to go up into a shoulder stand. So we're going to take it up. If you don't want to do shoulder stand, then just legs in the air. Okay, otherwise we're going to go up. And as you hold your shoulder stand, just feel that everything is draining away now. From there, we'll let the legs drop down behind into plow, into halasana. Bringing the hands to the floor. And then slowly, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, coming down really, really slowly. So use the arms like a brake. Wonderful. Lower the legs down. And then we're going to finish with a fish. So legs are nice and long, hands are under the sit bones, palms are down, feet are together, toes are pointed, lift up onto the elbows. And then let the head drop back into Matsyasana. And then carefully push into the forearms. Lift the head again and lower it all the way back down again. Hug the knees into the chest. And let's finish as we began with the twist. So we're going to take the arms out, elbows are bent. Drop over into the right side and hook your right foot. So the bottom leg is sitting on top. That foot sitting on top of the left knee. Turn the head, look to your left shoulder. Release and inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Turn the head to the right and then hook that left foot onto the right knee. And then come back to center and bring the knees in. Take the arms to the inside of the knees. Take the peace fingers around the big toes. Soles of the feet go up to the ceiling for Ananda Balasana. Maybe some rocking. You know this pose well, I'm sure. Anything you want to do here, any movements, let yourself do anything that feels good. And then soles of the feet are coming together, and we're going to go back where we began to Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet are together. And we're just adjusting, so we're rocking down through the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Hands could be on the belly, or you could take your arms out, wherever you feel you want them to be. And just feeling every part of the body that's connected to the earth. So the baby toe sides of the feet, the buttocks, the spine, the shoulders, the backs of the arms, and the back of the head. And then if you wanted, you could stay here for Shavasana if you really love this pose. But if you would prefer to come out, you're going to bring the knees together, keep the knees together, let the feet go out to the sides of the mat and just hold that there. Just allow the reverse pose just for a couple of breaths. And then let the legs go long. Have the feet a little bit apart. Bring the hands down by your sides with your palms up. And we're going to rest into Shavasana. So take your time. Grab everything you need. Your blankets, your eye bags if you've got them. Everything you need to feel comfortable and warm. Good. So any adjustments that you want to make, any wriggling, any moving, just let yourself have whatever you need. This is your time. This is important for you to have this time. And as we begin our Shavasana this evening, I wanted to read you a few words from one of my heroes, Maya Angelou. And she gives us these beautiful words. If we are bold, love strikes away the chains of fear from our soul. Do the best that you can until you know better. When we know better, do better. So I just think that's really beautiful and really lovely to think about doing our best. And knowing that there's perhaps a limit to how much better we can do, but that there's always, as time moves on, as we move on, as we learn, as we grow, as we evolve, we can keep doing better then. Don't push ourselves too far to always be perfect. And we can do that individually and collectively. And remembering that love really is the answer. Love is certainly the answer on the planet at the moment. So allow your body to relax and release heavily into the floor. And bring your awareness to your right hand. And notice any sensations that you can feel there in the right hand. And then focus that awareness into your right hand thumb, your index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the baby finger. Become aware of the right palm and the back of the hand, the right wrist and forearm. Awareness of the right elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. Be aware of the right side of the body down into the waist, the right hip, right thigh, right knee, right calf, right ankle, right foot, and the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the fifth toe. And then bring your awareness over to your left hand. Awareness of the left thumb, left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the baby finger. Left palm, left back of the hand, left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, left upper arm, left shoulder. Down the left side of the body into the waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left calf, left ankle, left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Then bringing awareness up to your back, awareness of the right buttock, left buttock, the lower back, and then the whole of the spine from the base, vertebra by vertebra, up into your neck, the right side of the back and the left side of the back, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the head, crown of the head, and awareness of the forehead. And just holding the awareness for a moment at the center of the forehead, right between the eyebrows, your third eye chakra, Ajna. And just noticing any possible sensations that you feel there. And then awareness of the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the right eye, left eye, right cheek, left cheek, nose, and the very tip of the nose, right ear, left ear, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, awareness of the throat, the right collarbone, the left collarbone, the upper chest, the center of the chest, the right side of the chest, left side of the chest, the upper abdomen, right side of the abdomen, left side of the abdomen, lower abdomen, the whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm, the whole of the right leg, and the whole of the left leg, the whole of the back, the whole of the front, the whole of the head, the whole body all together, the whole body as one, the whole body releasing, surrendering, letting go. Just allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself to fall into peace and relaxation just by letting go. And then very slowly, with really gentle awareness, staying soft, staying relaxed, Just start to wiggle your fingers and toes and bring yourself back into an awareness of the floor beneath you and the room, the space that you're in, any sounds you can hear in the space that you're in or outside. And then maybe reach the arms up and have a good stretch. And then hug the knees into the chest. And give them a squeeze. Release your lower back once again. And then roll over to the right side and use your right arm as a pillow to just pause there. Don't rush to come to sit up. Just take a moment. Just let the body know it's time to move, and hopefully you can relax now for the rest of the evening. You don't have to go anywhere. Hopefully you don't have too much to do now. So try to just make a commitment to staying in a really relaxed state for the next few hours before bed. And then gently come up to sit and bring the hands together at the heart. And when you're practicing yoga at home with me, there's always the option to turn off the video and just stay where you are. You don't have to come and sit back up with me. I'm never offended if the screen goes blank and you want to just stay where you are. That's the joy of yoga at home. So just take a moment just to breathe. Commit to your breath as well. Commit to a breath intention as a way through the stresses that you might have in your life at the moment. Knowing that is one thing we can actively do to change our situation. We might not be able to change what's going on around us, but we can change our approach to it. We can breathe more deeply. We can try to relax. We can use the challenges and the experiences in our lives as an opportunity for more discovery of the self, for more exploration of what it means to be the people that we are, being human, and all that entails. So give your hands a little rub together and place the hands over the eyes. And just enjoy a little bit more darkness. And then let in some light, blink the eyes open. And bring the hands down when you're ready. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that.